I feel like Lydia might actually know the guy that emailed in for today's second date update.
Does he do a lot of CrossFit?
Well, I don't know much more about him other than his name is Nate, and Lydia's dated like 17 Nates. So
I did have a type there for a while.
Nate, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Jubal?
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm good.
Your email into us about the date that you went on with the girl named Catherine, I guess. Catherine, right?
Yeah.
You said it was the best date you've ever had.
We were just kind of, I don't know, in sync, I guess, like just really vibing off of each other, and took her out to sushi.
Okay.
We went to another spot to get some wine and gelato, and at the end of the night we kissed, and it was, I just got a really good feeling from her, and
Did you leave the date skipping back to your car? Because that's what it sounds like.
I always think it's pretty brave of dudes to do the second date update and the ones to initiate it. Are you a type of guy, Nate, that is looking for a relationship?
I am now.
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't going in expecting a lot. I thought I'd just have a little fun, but I don't know. I just kind of got a really good feeling, and I'm ready to give it a shot again,
That's really
nice.
sweet. What did you like best about her?
She's got these beautiful blue eyes and this smile, and she's really passionate about what she does, and
What does she do?
she works for advertisers and stuff, but kind of creative, kind of like type A, so it's like she's got her stuff together, and
It's awesome.
Yeah. I usually like train wrecks who, can't pay the rent.
I've been attracted to crazy in the past, but this girl's got it all together, so.
I didn't even know there were women out there like that. Interesting.
They exist?
It's nice to know that you met one, dude.
They're not just fairy tales?
Yeah, maybe there's something wrong with her, but I can't figure it out, except that she, won't call me back.
So how'd the date end?
I walked her to her car, and we kissed there, and I said goodnight, and, I said, I'd love to take you out again, and she said, great, sounds good. And
Okay.
so I called her a few days later, left a voicemail, told her I had a good time, and no response on any front.
When you're usually this into someone, I feel like often the feelings are reciprocated. Do you think you could have read her wrong? Like maybe she wasn't into it?
I hope not, but there weren't any, signals that I've, that I'm used to, no awkward pauses, no checking the phone during the date type stuff.
She didn't turn her face when you went in for a kiss and you ended up kissing her ear awkwardly or anything?
No action like that. She reciprocated that kiss, and it went on for a little bit, so.
Okay. Cool. Well, we will call her right after this song and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, great.
All right, just hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
It is really weird how you can go out on a date with someone and you read everything right and you think that they're totally into you and then they just blow you off.
Mm-hmm. Or they have an entirely different interpretation of the events that happened.
It's never happened to me.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
But I've heard of it happening.
Because all the girls you go out with are wasted.
Yes.
Or Jubal himself is blacked out and doesn't remember.
So the date actually never even happened. But that's what happened to Nate, who's on the phone with us right now. He wants to get a second date update. Nate says that he thinks everything went fine. They had a good time, and it was the best date he's ever had.
Yeah, that's right.
So you said that this is the girl that changed your mind about being in a relationship. Are you going to be really upset if she just doesn't like you?
Yeah, I'd be bummed. I'll be bummed.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we're going to get her on the phone right now.
Cool.
Feel free to jump in on the conversation whenever you want.
Hello.
I was looking for Catherine.
Yes, this is she.
Hey, Catherine, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Hi.
What's going on?
This is a radio station?
Yep. Brooke and Jubal in the morning on the radio station moving 92.5. Did you enter any contests or anything recently?
Sorry, I don't listen to the radio. I listen to, podcasts.
Yeah, okay.
I hate you type of people. I'm kidding, Catherine. I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's fine. Not really. It's kind of rude. I'm upset about it. But maybe after this you'll start listening to us. How about that, Catherine?
Yeah, okay.
You don't even...
She's like, no.
You don't even know why I'm calling yet. All right, since you aren't familiar, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. Basically, if you go out on a date with someone and don't call them back, they email us to call you and ask why. You went out on a date with a dude, and he wants to know why you won't call him back.
Okay.
Any idea who we might be calling about?
Maybe.
Say a name. Who do you think it is?
Is it someone named Nate?
Aww.
It is someone named Nate. We have a winner.
Yes.
We talked to Nate, and he says that he had a really good time. It's actually one of the best dates he's ever had.
Uh-huh.
Why aren't you calling him back?
I mean, it was just kind of one of those things.
I don't know what one of those things are. What do you mean?
We were talking, and I just felt like it kind of wasn't clicking all the way.
Was it awkward?
Well, I mean, no, it wasn't awkward. It was just kind of like what he was saying.
Huh.
What do you mean by what he was saying?
Okay. So he's kind of like a fun fact guy, like...
A fun facts guy?
Yeah, like, he knows all these fun, crazy facts. And, we went out to this sushi restaurant, and they had a revolving door, and he was like, hey, fun fact, revolving doors are actually more cost-effective than regular doors. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then it was like, oh, fun fact, ficus trees actually secrete this, liquid that can be used to kill warts. And I'm like, oh, okay.
At what point did that go from cute to obnoxious?
Like after 20 minutes.
Dude, you had a long date with him.
You're saying basically you went on a date with Bill Nye the Science Guy, and he wouldn't stop giving you fun facts.
And I mean, look, I love Bill Nye, but it was just a little much. He was, I don't know, maybe he was nervous every 2 seconds, and I just...
Well, you're just a really smart girl, and I thought you'd be interested in...
Catherine, fun fact. Nate is on the phone with us right now, if you haven't figured that out.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, say hi to Nate.
Hi, Catherine. Hi. I had a really good time, and I'm sorry that I was spouting off the facts. I don't know, I was nervous. It was going so well, and you were laughing at some of my fun facts, but, I can keep the fun facts to myself. Like, fun fact, like, if you tell someone what's wrong, like, they'll try to fix it, 53% of the time.
Wait, Catherine, what do you think of that?
I mean, I definitely liked that he was a smart guy, but it was just a little overwhelming with the fun facts.
Nate, would you say this is actually just a part of your personality that maybe you don't want to change?
If it's wrong to, want to know things and share that with your friends, and I guess I'm not going to change that.
It's not, why. And Nate, it's not that you're obviously a smart guy, not even counting knowing all these facts. I really liked that. It kind of felt like when you were telling me all these facts, it was like you were talking at me instead of talking with me.
That's good constructive criticism, Catherine. Nate?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. If I could go out with you again, I would, I'll be a listener. Fun fact, Nate can take constructive criticism.
That being said, we'll send you guys on a second date. We will pay for it. Catherine, would you want to go on a date with Nate again? Obviously, he wants to go on a date with you.
And then actually talk to me and not at me?
Nate will promise not to use any fun facts or read any sort of encyclopedia or whatever.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes!
And you sound excited.
Nice.
I'm so curious. What was the most interesting thing that you learned from Nate on your date?
Okay. I would say, fun fact, ketchup was originally sold as medicine.
Oh, interesting.
That's a fun fact.
Dates are educational.
Yes.
Can we please send them on their next date to a pub crawl? Trivia.
Oh, trivia.
Game.
I was thinking the Pacific Science Center.
Brooke and Jubal in the Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The truth shall set you free.
So poetic.
Yes. Unless it's a second date update, and it'll probably just embarrass you in front of your friends and family on the radio.
And maybe make you cry.
Yeah, and hopefully, maybe make you cry. We got Heather on the phone. Heather, hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So you met a dude named Kevin at a spin class?
Yeah. So one night after class, we were chatting, and he asked me if I wanted to go get a bite to eat.
Nice.
And I'm like, well, sure.
I got to get some protein in after the spin class, so, if you want to tag along, you totally could. Is that kind of how it went?
Well, no, not quite. No, not quite the meathead.
Did you guys go all sweaty to dinner?
Yeah, kind of. But we just went to this, quick little Asian place. So,
Okay.
so...
Okay. So you guys went to dinner, and how'd the date go?
I mean, I thought it went really well. We chatted and had a good time and had no lulls in the conversation. But we'd just come from an exercise class, so I had like one drink. It wasn't like we drank a lot. We just ate and talked.
Okay.
And now I haven't heard a word from him, and I'm just wondering what was going on.
Have you seen him at the spin class?
No, he hasn't been at class either. So
How long ago was this that you guys went to dinner?
It's like almost 2 weeks now.
Have you called or texted him, tried to get a hold of him?
No, not at all. I'm
Nothing.
not one of those girls. If he wants to see me, he'll come to me. I'm just confused because it really did feel like it went well, and he seemed to enjoy himself as much as I did. So,
Okay. And you haven't waited outside the locker room?
no, I'm not a stalker.
Or just on top of a toilet so no one could see your feet underneath a stall?
Dang, I didn't think of that. Oh.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
All right, we're going to call him right after this song. You're prepared to hear whatever he has to say.
Yeah, I'd just like an answer. Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm cool.
Okay, we'll get your second date update right after Nicki Minaj. Move.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Heather's on the phone. She emailed us about a guy named Kevin who she met in her spinning class. They went out after spinning class. Nice and sweaty is always a great way to go on a first date.
Hey, if someone thinks you look beautiful at that point, I say
Actually, that's
awesome.
a very good point. Heather,
Yes.
you went out with Kevin. We're going to call him Kevin the Meathead since you met him at a gym.
Okay.
And he hasn't called you back since the spin class, hasn't even showed up at spin class, and you just want to know why he hasn't gotten back to you.
Yeah, and make sure he's okay, too. So.
Make sure it's okay. You're so sweet. It's been about 2 weeks, and there's nothing you could possibly think of that you did that was weird or something you said.
No, not in my mind. So.
Okay. I'm going to call him right now.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Kevin?
That's me?
Kevin, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
Heather emailed us. She said that you guys met at a spin class, then went out for dinner, and you haven't gotten back to her, haven't even showed up for the class. Would you mind kind of telling us why?
I don't know. I just didn't think it was a fit.
What didn't fit, though?
I'm into people that are into them bodies and stuff and want to keep fit, but when we started talking, she started talking about plastic surgery a lot.
Oh, really?
Like she wanted to get a boob job, or she wanted you to get calf implants?
No, she was talking about herself, and yeah, she wanted a boob job, and more than that, she wanted to work on her face, and she was even talking about getting butt implants.
Really?
Whoa.
So did you just kind of find her vain then?
To me, that seems like a lot of insecurity when you want to change just about everything on your body with implants and stuff like that. I mean, I don't think that stuff is ever going to go away, even if you get the surgery.
Yeah, I got to say something. I can't be quiet anymore.
Hey, Kevin, Heather's on the phone.
So I'm vain because I want to improve the way I look. Wow.
Well, no, I'm into that too, but, you know, it just seems like a lot.
And who made you judge and jury?
I have your back on this, Heather.
Of course Jubal does.
So, Kevin, would you have a problem if Heather had these surgeries and she just wasn't talking to you about them? Like, what if you had met when she already had a boob job and had gotten plastic surgery?
No, I mean, I'm totally down with the boob job.
Nice.
Of course you are.
But I mean, like, you know, like I think she has a really pretty face, and she was talking about doing stuff to her face, and butt implants I think are ridiculous on anybody.
You can't really blame her, though. I mean, if you want to do something to your face, she can work out her body all she wants. You can't work out your face.
Yeah, but
you know?
I think that it's an inner problem there. Like, once you fix one thing, if you see that many things wrong with you, you're just going to find something else
There's an outer
afterwards to
problem,
find.
and it's her face, and she needs to fix it. And Heather, like I said, I have your back here. Let's get off the whole issue of plastic surgery and what it really means about our mentality here. So you didn't like her. It turned you off enough that you don't want to go out with her again.
Well, you know, not to sound like a cheapo, but I mean,
if you get into a relationship with somebody and they want surgery every year, who's going to pay for that?
So
like that.
it's less of a baggage issue for him, and it's more of a money issue. Okay.
Dude, I'm kind of on Kevin's side on all of these points. I'm sorry, Heather. I'm sorry.
Hey, maybe she's an independent woman and can pay for it for herself.
Yes.
Yeah, well.
Thank you. I have my own money. I make my own money and would not ask anybody else to pay for something that I chose to do to myself.
How does this make you feel, Heather?
I think it's incredibly judgmental.
Okay.
I think it's pretty narrow-minded, and I think that's pretty harsh on his part.
Okay, sweet. Now that you've called Kevin judgmental and narrow-minded, I want to ask you guys if you'll go on a second date. Of course, the show will pay for your second date, so neither of you have to worry about the money. The tab is on us.
I'm good. No, thanks. I've got my answer.
All right. Kevin?
Well, she already said no. What do you do?
I just like to rub it in, is all.
Heather, you just know that you're beautiful the way you are.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet, but it's based on how I perceive myself, and what I want to do to my body is honestly my business.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you ever want a date to go get lipo with you, boom, I'm your man.
Cool.
Just want to let you know I'm still trying to get that done. All right?
It's a buddy system. Great.
Yeah. Kevin, are you going to go back to spin class now?
Not that one that I met her at.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'll admit I've been drunk on a few dates in my time.
A few.
And it's always fun when you get really hammered and you like try to pick a fight with the waiter because you think he looked at you funny and they're kicking you out. You're like, I'm not that drunk. You can't kick me out of this place.
That sounds fun.
It's kind of what happened to Bethany, who's on the phone with us right now. She got hammered on her first date.
Bethany.
Isn't that right, Bethany?
No, I did not get drunk. That's the whole point.
Yeah, right. I was reading your email. It sounds like you got wasted.
Stop. I did not get drunk.
Yeah, right. But you sound drunk right now, Bethany. I'm not going to lie.
No, I'm just a happy person.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you a little bit about your date. First of all, who's the guy that you want us to call today?
His name is Robert.
Robert, okay. And what did Robert think about you getting absolutely faced?
I did not get drunk, okay?
All right.
We went wine tasting, and I mean, yes, I did swallow a couple of sips of wine.
Thank you for finishing that sentence.
Right. Well, your email said that you think he might have thought you were drunk, and that's why he's not calling you back.
Yeah, because I got this, like, rampant case of the hiccups, and I could not get rid of them. I was trying to hold my breath, and I kept hiccuping, and I started laughing.
That sucks whenever you, even if you're drinking or not, just when you can't get rid of the hiccups. And that would be embarrassing on a first date.
Yeah. I mean, and we were in this, like, quiet room with a bunch of people, learning about these wines. And
oh, yeah. I didn't even think about the fact that you were wine tasting. So you got a bunch of snooty, I can taste, this one tastes very nutty. Meanwhile, you're in the corner hiccuping, throwing down glasses of wine, looking like the drunk in the room.
And I, like I said, I was giggling because, like, once you have that giggle bug and you cannot shake it, and then you're hiccuping on top of it, I was just, like, a crazy person.
Was he laughing with you, though? Because, I mean, it sounds like a funny situation.
At first, he was like, oh, my God, I can't believe, you have the hiccups, and, like, it was kind of a silly thing, but they would not go away. And I think that by the end of it, he thought that I was, like, really drunk. I mean, if you had seen, like, these sips of wine, like, there's no way, even if I had drank all of them, that I would have been that wasted.
Up until the point when your hiccups started, how was everything going?
Great. I mean, he was just such a gentleman and very sweet. He's, like, exactly my type.
All right, what else happened on the date?
The crazy thing is, the whole time I had these hiccups, and then we were asked to leave.
What?
No way.
Yeah, like, the instructor was like, I'm sorry, because, you can't, like, be obnoxious and drunk, but I wasn't.
Are you lying to us about the drunk part? Are you sure you weren't wasted?
No, I wasn't wasted. No, not at all.
So they kicked you out of the wine tasting thinking that you were hammered.
When he actually said, I'm going to have to ask you to leave, it was the most humiliating thing. I mean, there have been times in my life where, like, I have been tipsy and I have been a little wild, I have never gotten asked to leave.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
That's the worst part.
so
When you get kicked out of
bad.
somewhere and you're not drunk. I've been kicked out of a place because they're like, hey, you were grabbing girls on the butt. And I was like, no, I actually wasn't. For once in my life, I wasn't doing that.
I was last
I was like,
time.
if you want to send me back in there, I will grab somebody on the butt so you can kick me out. It's worse when you haven't actually done something wrong and they kick you out.
Yeah, and I was trying to reason with the guy almost like, don't you see how this is like the most ridiculous situation? But he was just like very serious. Like, I take cheese and wine very seriously.
So they kicked you out of the wine tasting thinking that you were hammered. And what did he do after that?
It was kind of awkward because once we left, like, I didn't have hiccups anymore. So it was like, well, we could have gone back in, but then we couldn't because they kicked us out. So
Right.
he was just like thoroughly annoyed. And I could tell, but I was just kind of like trying to blow it off like, oh man, like, what are the chances?
And how did everything end with him after your date was done? Did he say that he wanted to go out again?
No, I kind of gave it this like, oh man, how about we like give it another shot, you know, like just trying to blow it off, but he couldn't get out of there faster.
Oh.
So when we get him on the phone for your second date update, do you think that he's going to be open to going on another date with you?
I think if I can actually get through to him the honest truth that I was not drunk.
Okay.
I mean, I'm serious when I say, like, I get the hiccups. Like, if I eat spicy food, I'll get the hiccups. But it's not like, usually they'll go away.
So you need our help in pointing out to him that she actually wasn't drunk.
Right, yes, please.
Have you tried to explain to him since your date?
I sent him a couple texts that I didn't want to look like a crazy person.
And did he respond to anything?
No, he didn't.
You haven't heard a word from him.
No, I haven't since that night, since our parting hug.
All right. So he's obviously didn't like something about your date.
No, he didn't.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, get him on the phone, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, great.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
The goal of today's second date update is to call a guy and convince him that his date wasn't absolutely hammered during their first date. Bethany, you about ready to give him a call?
Yes, I am.
All right, here's my advice to you. Before we make the phone call, get hammered right now.
Yeah.
Get as drunk as you possibly can. That way, when we get him on the phone, I can be like, see, this is how she sounds drunk. She wasn't drunk on your first date.
Well, don't you think that would decrease my credibility significantly?
It could, but it'd be fun for me.
That's all that matters.
If you're just tuning in, Bethany wants us to call this guy named Robert. They met online. They went to a wine and cheese tasting. She got a fit of hiccups like halfway into the thing. And they ended up getting kicked out because the guy who was running it thought she might be drunk. And now she thinks that Robert isn't calling her back because she got hammered on their first date. So our goal is to call, get him on the phone, and convince him that you aren't a drunk mess. Are you ready to go, Bethany?
I am ready.
All right.
It's kind of ironic how a drunk mess is calling to convince somebody else. That
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You called the
Takes
right
one to know
place.
one.
If there's anybody that have had to do a lot of damage control after being drunk, it is me. So you called the right place, Bethany. All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get him on the phone, and hopefully get you a second date.
Great.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Robert, please?
Yeah, this is Robert.
Hey, Robert, how you doing? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, from where?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? The radio show? You are obviously a big-time listener, I can tell.
He's a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not at all, are you, Robert? Robert, we do a radio show in the morning from 6 to 10 every morning, Moving 92.5, and we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners.
All right.
Her name is Bethany. She told us about your date and also told us that you haven't been returning any of her phone calls after your date. So we said, hey, why not let us call Robert, see if we can get him on the phone and find out if you did something wrong.
Okay. That's weird.
I know it's kind of weird. Bethany did tell us that she thinks you might have thought that she was hammered. She told us about the hiccups, said that she got like a fit of laughter because of the hiccups, and then told us that you guys got kicked out of the wine tasting class because they thought she was drunk. Is that why you're not calling her back?
I mean, she was definitely tipsy. There's no
Okay.
question about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, none of that was good, but, you know, in between the jugs of wine she was drinking, she leaned over to me and said, the instructor reminds me of my ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
No.
All right.
That's
Talking
never
about
cool,
your ex
dude.
during a first date. Talking about your ex during any date kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That's understandable,
It kind
Robert.
of sucked, but the weird part was the instructor was like 65 years old.
Really?
That is kind of a funny thing.
I know. Yeah, you're like, what? Are you dating a 65-year-old? How does that guy remind her of her ex?
I didn't know if I should even ask, or even get into it, but this guy was wearing bifocals. He had a receding hairline.
You're like, so.
I said, what makes this guy remind you of your ex-boyfriend? And, this guy had a receding hairline, a pot belly, he wore bifocals.
Yeah.
And
You think she had like beer goggles on? And she's like, that guy is hot.
That Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even know if I should even get into it any further, but she said my ex-boyfriend was 65.
She dated a 65-year-old?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
She left that out of her story, Robert.
Yeah.
How old is Bethany? Because Bethany sounds like she's a lot younger than 65.
I think she's 28 or something.
Jeez.
But the same vein, you got to, how are you judging somebody based on their ex? I get, bringing them up, but how does that affect you?
Well, it made me wonder, why is she on a date with me when she's had relationships with guys twice my age?
Yeah. Robert, why don't we ask her that? Because she's actually on the line listening.
Oh my gosh, you really, that was why you didn't call me back, was because you thought my ex-boyfriend was too old for me?
That was the turning point for me.
But it has nothing to do with you. I was there with you. Obviously, I'm not dating that person anymore, and we were having a good time before we got kicked out of the thing.
You're 28. I just didn't understand why you would even date someone twice your age. Just really weirded me out.
Well, it just happened. It wasn't like I set out to start dating older men. He was like a friend of the family, kind of.
That's worse.
So, Harrison Ford is, handsome, no matter how old he is. I didn't ask you about any of your exes because it didn't matter to me.
Yeah, and Robert, don't you have some crazy, stupid people that you've dated in your past that I'm sure if she found out about, she could judge you for?
I suppose, but they certainly were in my age range. So.
Yeah, none of them were about to collect Social Security.
Also, Bethany, you got to think you offered up that information. He wasn't necessarily asking.
Well, I guess I did. But it was just a funny thing. I was already laughing. I was already
Totally.
It was kind of the instructor was getting mad at us and looking over his glasses at me. And I was kind of that, ooh, he reminds me of my ex.
Oh, my God.
See, that's gross. I don't want to be thinking about 65-year-old dudes with walking canes and bifocals.
It wasn't like that. Like I said, he was just older, and I liked him, and I liked you. And so what's the problem?
Older is, maybe 40. I can understand that. But this guy was getting near retirement age. This guy is probably playing bingo on Wednesday nights or something. I don't know.
Oh my God! I can't even. You have no idea. Age is just a number. It's just I like you, so it doesn't even matter.
Look, okay. I'm sorry. I can't help how I feel. I can't go out with a girl and every time I look at her, I'm thinking of some old guy, some crotchety old guy. So,
well, you don't. That's your thing. If you're into old men, that's fine. But I choose the person. And besides, only old people go to wine and cheese things anyway. FYI. And have a good time. And you're being rude and judging. So you did me a favor.
All right, fine by me. Good luck with your early bird specials.
I'm guessing that you guys don't want to go out on a second date based on that little conversation right there, but I still have to ask. Robert, would you like to go out with Bethany on a second date? I will pay for it.
No.
Okay. Bethany, would you still like to go out with Robert?
No, I'm going to find someone less judgy and a little more in my maturity range.
Yeah. Start right now. Here, the Elks Lodge has a bunch of dudes that you could hang out with.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Has ever been on one of those dates that just kind of snowballs? Like, you go out for lunch or something, and then all of a sudden you're having dinner and drinks, and then that turns into, like, you're robbing banks, and then that turns into she's learning the signature of your grandmother so you can forge checks. I mean, just one thing snowballs into another. Just lots of activities. That's what I'm talking about. Well, that's the kind of date that Patrick went on his first date with a girl named Tanya, but now she's not calling him back, and it gets even crazier than anything I just said, I think.
What?
Yeah. No. What's up, Patrick? How are you?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Nothing like that happened, but...
Are you sure you're not wanted in 5 states?
I am definitely sure of that.
Oh, yeah, that's what all criminals say.
Yeah. Your email about your date sounded kind of, I mean, not that crazy, but it sounded like you guys did a lot of stuff.
It was, I would say, in my entire life, this is probably the greatest date I've ever had.
Whoa. I can't wait to hear what you guys did.
Well, you guys don't know yet how many dates he's had. You know what I mean, Patrick? Like, you could have been on 2 dates, and then we'd be like, oh, so you had dinner and drinks. Okay. So have you had a lot of good dates?
I've been on plenty of dates.
Okay, see? Where did you meet this dream girl that you went on this crazy date with?
I met her on a dating app.
Okay.
But we had talked, and we had planned to go rock climbing.
Oh, that's sweet. And are you a rock climber?
I'm athletic. I wouldn't say I'm like a rock, but I'm outdoorsy, I guess we'd have to say.
Cool.
All right. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. You know, we had a good time. We went rock climbing, and then that escalated into we went to this little cafe and had some food.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had like a really good vibe, good connection.
Mm-hmm.
We started walking around. We went to this park, and we actually, as crazy as this sounds, we had like a cartoon drawing, like a characterist drawing of us.
Like a caricature dude at the park?
Yeah, like the guy drew pictures of our faces like on a park bench.
Doesn't sound that crazy, really, Patrick, but it is cool and fun.
But it was our first date. Like, usually don't do that kind of stuff on your first date. It just kind of flowed. Like, everything just flowed.
That's true.
I guess.
You know, and I don't know why you want to call her back. I mean, any girl that's willing to have her caricature drawn on her first date, I don't know, man.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
But it's not really the point of, like, the crazy things we did, but it's just, like, I was almost giddy, like I had butterflies in my stomach. I was like, I felt really good. Like, it was a good day. Like, I was having fun.
And I will back you on the caricature thing because, like, that's something that's like a memento from your first date. Like, she's thinking she wants to remember this, and I assume that's why you guys sat down and did that together.
So if you guys do get her on the phone, like, don't say anything about the caricature because I like have it on my fridge and I look at it every day.
Yeah, I'll be sure to not mention that, Patrick.
That's cute. Patrick,
I guess,
cute. That's cute.
And a caricature is a big thing to get drawn on a first date because they always highlight your worst feature. And you don't want the other person to be like, oh, yeah, they do have a gigantic nose. Yeah. So did it end at the park in the drawing?
No, it didn't end. We went back to my place and just kind of chilled and hung out. And she actually, like, stayed over.
Oh, she did? Okay.
Wow.
I mean, and did she stay in the same room as you, Patrick?
She may have, yeah.
All right.
Oh, you sly dog.
Yeah. So you guys basically spent the whole day and night together.
Yeah. So I was like giddy and I couldn't sleep. So I woke up in the middle of the night and I was just like looking at my emails and like this the last minute travel deal came up.
Mm-hmm.
So I woke her up and was like, I'm going to book a trip to Mexico for next weekend, like the following weekend.
Wow.
Like just for you, or you invited her too?
No.
Like were you just like giving her that information?
I invited her.
Oh, okay. You were asking if she wanted to do that though.
I mean, come on. Of course I invited her. It wasn't for me.
Okay, I don't know. The way you said it just sounded like, hey, I'm booking a trip to Mexico, just so you know. All right, go back to sleep.
Well,
that's crazy. And she said yes?
She said yes. So I booked it. I charged it on my card. I paid for everything. And then we kept texting back and forth during the week. I was trying to catch up on work because we were going to leave for a long weekend.
Yeah.
And so we had plans to meet at the airport at a certain time. And so I got there, checked everything. I was like waiting like 15 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Text her.
No.
What were you feeling?
Well, I had different kind of butterflies. So I was waiting, and there was like last call to book the thing, and I was like, she wasn't getting in touch with me. I didn't know if maybe she was on the plane. I got on the plane, and I went on the weekend trip by myself.
Oh man, that sucks.
And you haven't heard from her at all?
I've called her. I've texted her. I've looked at my caricature on the refrigerator with a sad face now.
Wow.
Do you think she maybe got, I don't know. Did she get freaked out? Like it was too much commitment too fast?
Maybe she got nervous. I'm hoping you guys can find out for me so I can kind of figure out what I did wrong.
Yeah, you'd think that she could at least tell you, like, hey, the Mexico thing is kind of making me nervous, instead of just ditching you at the airport.
But maybe she felt really guilty because he had paid for it all and she didn't know how to tell him.
That's why I got in contact with you guys, and I'm hoping you guys can help me.
Me too. I hope this turns out to be a love story.
I just want to know why she ditched him at the airport. I don't really care what kind of story we get. But we will play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update. All right, Patrick?
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, before we get into the second part of today's second date update, there's one very useful piece of information that I need to know. Patrick, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you at least have fun in Mexico by yourself?
Oh, sad Patrick.
Good question.
You know what? It was pretty sad because it was like a couples thing. Like that was part of the thing. It was like a couples. I just kind of stayed in my room and looked at my caricature photo.
Oh, Patrick.
Dude, you could have taken that caricature photo with you, wrapped it in some waterproof stuff, taken it on one of those banana rides or some parasailing with it.
The only people that were single were like the cleaning people and like the grounds people.
Oh, gosh, Patrick.
You had options then.
No!
Yeah, a 62-year-old lady that made my bed was kind of hot. Yeah. No,
well, there you go. You messed up. All right. If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Patrick is on the phone, and he met a girl named Tanya online. They had their first date, and they did a bunch of things. Rock climbing, walking around a park, getting a caricature done that he still has on his refrigerator. She actually stayed the night, and while she was staying there, he was so giddy that he booked them a trip to Mexico for the next weekend. Wow. She agreed to go, but then didn't show up at the airport, and now he's wondering why.
Oh, my gosh. How are you feeling right now? Because that's an insane story.
I'm a little nervous and excited, if that makes sense. I guess I want to find out what the hell happened, but I also, I don't know. I'm afraid like she's going to say I was ugly or something. I don't know.
Okay, she did all that with you, and then she was like, wait a second. I don't want to spend the weekend in Mexico with this guy. He's ugly.
You never know, man. You know, women, they're crazy.
Yeah, that's it, Patrick. She thought you were bad looking. Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Tanya, please?
This is.
Hey, Tanya, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi, I'm good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I was worried about you.
Okay. Who are you again?
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. There's 3 of us on the phone right now. There's me, there's Brooke.
Hey, how
there's
you doing?
Jose.
Hey.
Okay, hi, everyone.
Hi, Tanya. And we have been so worried about you.
Why?
Well, because you missed a flight recently, and that's a big thing we do on our show. We have like a segment where it's like, did you miss your flight recently? No. We track people down and try to figure out why they missed their flight. It's kind of crazy.
So
We're a kooky morning show.
What?
Yeah. So you were supposed to take a flight recently with a dude named Patrick to Mexico, and you just didn't show up.
How do you know that?
Know everything.
Just
and also he emailed us.
Yeah, there you go.
Patrick told us about your first date and said that you guys had planned a trip to Mexico for the next weekend, but you left him at the airport.
Oh my God.
And if, that's a lot. Like the whole story is pretty crazy. So maybe you were just feeling overwhelmed and you didn't know how to tell him. That's what I'm hoping for.
It was just a really weird thing that happened with the airport, and it was just really weird.
You're on the no-fly list.
She got detained.
It's kind of really embarrassing. It's a mistake, an embarrassing mistake, and I just kind of leave it at that.
You peed your pants in the security line because you were scared.
What? Where do you come up with
that? Happens to me all the time.
That is so
weird. It is embarrassing, but it's okay.
I believe that.
No, that's not it.
They asked you to go through the security machine and you took off your clothes and asked for a strip search instead.
No. Stop guessing.
It can be embarrassing, but I've done it too.
No, it's just, listen, it's 100% me. It had nothing to do with Patrick at all.
But what could be so embarrassing that you spend this amazing date with someone, agree to go on a long weekend to Mexico?
Oh my God.
And then ditch out of it all and leave him high and dry?
It just, I went to the airport. I was very excited to go on this trip. And
You did?
Yes. Yes, I went to the airport. I went and I checked in, had my stuff ready to go, and they asked for my passport, and I said, why? I mean, I have, my driver's license. And they're like, no, you need a passport. And I was like, why? I'm just going to Mexico. And they're like, yeah, you need a passport. And I truly had no idea that you need a passport to get into Mexico and Canada? Like,
yeah.
Yes, you do.
I really know. I seriously thought, it's all the same continent.
Welcome to the last 15 years of the world.
So you forgot your passport.
No, I didn't forget it. I don't have one. I don't travel a lot. So I didn't know. I seriously did not know. And I was mortified standing there, and I don't have a passport, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to tell Patrick that, how absolutely idiotic I felt. So I
do know how you can tell him, Tanya. I really do know how you can tell him.
How is he even going to believe me? I've been trying to figure it out, and I don't even know what to say.
Well, you kind of already did, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's very embarrassing that you wouldn't call somebody and have the respect to at least let me know what's going on.
Whoa, Patrick.
Oh, you're kind of mad, aren't you, Patrick?
Patrick, I am so sorry. I was so embarrassed in that moment, and I literally had no idea what to do, what to say. I felt so stupid that I didn't know this.
So, I mean, you could have told me. You didn't have to just blow me off. It's kind of crazy that you wouldn't even call or let me know. And then I went by myself.
I know.
A couple's weekend by myself.
I know.
It's basically the worst trip to Mexico that I've ever taken. And I was there one time during El Nino.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Damn, Tanya, you're worse than El Nino.
Tanya, it is pretty weird that you were that embarrassed by a passport snafu.
Listen, I understand that it sounds crazy. I don't travel a lot. I don't know these things. I had no reason to know these things. And Patrick, the entire weekend that you were gone, knowing that you were there, I was drinking margaritas, sitting at home, thinking about you the entire time.
Well, it was good that you were thinking about me. All you had to do is send one text, make one phone call. That's it.
I am apologizing. I have taken 100% of the blame for this. If you were listening, as you were supposedly listening while I was talking this entire time to a bunch of radio DJs, I said that I would take 100% fault for this. I am sorry.
So, okay, I hear your apology on that, but now we have a whole other issue. I mean, what are you, 12 years old? You don't have a passport? You don't travel? I mean...
Wait, that's still an issue.
I haven't had a reason to have one, Patrick. I didn't know.
Kids, babies come out of the wombs and get passports and travel all over. Your parents must have kept you locked in your basement.
You know what?
What?
This right here is why I didn't tell you, okay? This is why I had no idea how to tell you, because I was worried that you were going to sit here and berate me for not knowing something. You could just be really nice and be a good guy.
It's not a matter of not knowing something. It's a matter of just having a brain to figure out.
Whoa! Patrick, we know you're angry, but I thought you really liked this girl, dude.
I did, but she doesn't have a passport. What kind of person doesn't have a passport?
There's lots of people that don't have passports.
No, there's not. I don't know anybody. Do you know anybody? I don't know anybody who doesn't have a passport.
Mine's almost expired. I might not have one soon.
Mine just expired, actually, so I technically don't have one either.
I have one, so...
You know, to get a passport, you go to the post office and take a picture and just mail it out, and they send it back to you. It's not rocket science by any means.
Oh, man.
I know what I'm supposed to do now. I can go and get one, and we can go on a trip together. We can do it the right way this time.
All right, Tanya, would you like to go out with Patrick on a second date? We can do dinner. We'll pay for dinner. If you guys want to go on a trip, that's on you. But if you get a passport, you'd be willing to go out with Patrick again?
Yes, it was my mistake. I would like to go on another date with Patrick.
Wow, I'm impressed. I mean, he said some mean things, so...
He's upset.
Patrick, do you want to go out with Tanya again?
I mean, somebody that can't call you back and is not responsive, and what person, again, does not have a passport? I would never go out with her again.
What? After she was your dream girl and you were obsessed with her, the passport's the breaking point.
My dream girl is gorgeous, nice, beautiful smile, and you know what? She has a passport.
Okay. All right, Patrick, we found your deal breaker, I guess. So,
my God.
You know what? Just forget the whole thing. Forget that I even said yes. You are not the person I thought you were. You're crazy.
I may be crazy, but at least I have a passport.
he does have a point. Important PSA today for the second date update. Everybody make sure you go get your passport, everybody.
Oh, my God. Seriously.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, Patrick is by far the biggest idiot you've ever had on the show. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A bold statement.
Not according to Patrick. If you missed today's second date update, Patrick wanted to call Tanya. They went out on a date. He liked her so much that he actually booked a trip to Mexico for the two of them on a whim to try to be spontaneous. And he was all about her. He's like, I have a caricature drawing of her, and I look at her all the time, and she's amazing, and blah, blah, blah. And then we got her on the phone, and she said that the reason she ditched him at the airport and he had to go to Mexico by himself was because she got there and she didn't realize you needed a passport to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
And she was embarrassed by that.
Well,
And of course,
yeah.
she'd be embarrassed.
Right, but so embarrassed that you wouldn't call and tell him?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's kind of weird. She said she felt so embarrassed that she didn't have a passport and didn't know that you needed a passport that she just didn't want to talk to him. But the worst part about it was that Patrick sort of freaked out at the fact that she doesn't have a passport.
Yeah, what?
All I can think is maybe he's just still really angry about having to go on a couple's retreat to Mexico by himself, and he's just blaming it on that.
I don't know. It sounded like he seriously thinks anybody without a passport, it's like a character flaw for him. Like there's something wrong with you if you don't have a passport.
Some people don't need passports. I mean, I don't think I got a passport till I was in my 20s. Like,
Oh, are you serious?
well, okay, don't
Get
do
out of the
that to me
studio.
now.
Jeez, leave.
How do we hire him?
Gross. Yeah, I know. Seriously.
I'm just
It's amazing what deal breakers people have. Like, it sounds like for Patrick, a deal breaker for him is if somebody doesn't have a passport.
You know what's going to happen is that Patrick's passport is going to expire at some point, and he's not going to realize it, and he's going to, because that's how karma works. And he's going to show up to the airport, and they're going to be like, "Yeah, sir, you can't go on your trip. This is an expired passport."
And hopefully it'll be with a girl that he really likes. And then she's like, dude, you let your passport expire? You don't have a passport now? Gross.
Wow.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I will make one prediction and one prediction only about the second date update today. The guy on the phone that wants to do a second date update owns a really bad leather jacket.
Really?
What?
That is my guess. Why do I say that? Because his email says that he met the girl that he wants us to call today at a dating mixer for one of those groups that puts together, come get drinks at a bar. Every time I've been to one of those or seen one of those, always a bunch of dudes wearing bad leather jackets.
Yeah.
Nick, do you own a bad leather jacket?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Do you really?
Do you really?
I do, but I haven't worn it in a while, so yeah.
Sure.
That's awesome.
So your email says that you met the girl you want to call today at a dating mixer. Have you been a part of this group for a while, or is this a new thing for you?
It's a new thing to me. Like, I've been dating a girl for about 2 years. We broke up before the summer, so I haven't been single for a while. And the idea of a friend was like, do it. And I was like, okay.
And were you nervous going into it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Was it like a speed dating thing, or was it just hang out at a bar and try to hit on all the girls there thing?
Yeah, pretty much. It was like throwing a bunch of sharks and then little minnows.
Isn't that just like a normal Friday night, though?
Yeah, it's just different with those things because, like I said, the leather jackets.
Oh, okay, I see.
So you saw your minnow. Her name is Christine, and you started talking to her. What did you like about Christine so much?
Well, we figured out that we're both like 80s kids. We were both born in '84. So we had that kind of shared mentality as far as all that nostalgia and those inside jokes.
You were both the year of the dragon, and it just drew you together.
Yeah. Yeah, like we both grew up on like Nickelodeon. We spent about 30 minutes just singing theme songs to 80s TV shows.
All right.
It was
So
hilarious.
you were like, I like Webster, and she was like, I liked Webster too, and then you guys bonded. That's
yeah,
cool.
right, absolutely.
People in 85 just would not have gotten that.
Yeah. So what did you do? Did you guys just meet that night and now she's not calling you back, or did you actually go do a date? Because it just said in your email that you met her at this mixer and she hasn't called you. Did you guys go out?
Yeah, we went out once. My grandpa has an apple orchard out in Central Washington, so I took her out there.
Well, that's a huge date. That's a lot of time to spend together.
Well, I mean, we mixed it up. We took some. I mean, we talked a lot and connected, and I showed her like we have a lot of people there that work out there and just family in general. So
I feel like that's a really good date, Nick. Because it's kind of cool. It's different. You take her to an apple orchard. Girls like doing things like that, and pumpkin patches and farms. They dig that kind of thing. And then also, it makes her think maybe there's some family money involved because you can buy all that land. Multiple levels of a great idea there, Nick. I love it.
Not the first thing.
Joke's on her.
Not a lot of money. All right. So did she seem to like the apple orchard?
I thought so. I thought we really connected. I kind of explained to her I used to hang out there a lot when I was a kid, and just had a lot of memories there. And she seemed to give a lot of good feedback as far as the conversations that we were having, just the upbringing that we both had.
Did she seem to enjoy herself?
I think so. I felt like she did. It ended really well, and I made her dinner and everything, and she really enjoyed it. And I took her home. The only thing that got me was I dropped her off. It didn't give a good night kiss or anything, but that's I'm a gentleman, so I didn't want to try to push it too hard. But we hugged, and then she said she would call me back. So I tried to reach out to her, text and whatnot. I feel like she's kind of dodging me.
Have you heard anything from her at all?
I'll text her. She won't answer the call, so I don't want to call too much. And so I'll text her and be like, hey, you want to go grab a bite to eat or something? And she'll be like, oh, I got an appointment. Or sometimes she won't even respond, but more often than not, she's always busy.
Seems like she's trying to avoid you.
That's what it feels like.
Is there anything that happened at all on your date or in your conversations that you could think of that might have turned her off?
I don't know, man. I can't. I literally have been thinking about it because she's just so cool, and I really want to.
Yeah.
If I did do something messed up, I want to try to redeem myself.
All right. Well, play a song. Come back. Get her on the phone and get your second date update. Okay.
Okay.
All right, man. Hang on.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Nick is on the phone with us. Today he wants us to call a girl named Christine that he met at a singles mixer. Their date included them going to an apple orchard, his family's apple orchard, and picking apples and, having a good time. He said everything was cool until she seemed a little standoffish at the end. Nick, I think I know what your problem is.
What's up?
Too much too soon, I think. You know what I mean? Like, you never want to show a chick your apples that early. You got to wait before you show her your apples. You know what I mean?
Is that like third date material?
I always wait till a third date before I let anybody see my apples. And even then, it's with a picture text, not actually in person. But what I mean by too much too soon, though, I think taking her in a couple-hour drive to your family's orchard to pick apples with your family and stuff might be a little too much for a first date. So maybe she just thought you were too serious too quick, or you were going to get too serious. You know what I mean?
And I thought about that, but my I don't know, man. My family it's just my grandpa and my cousins and stuff.
And you told her that's what you guys were going to do. It wasn't a surprise that day, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
So she agreed to it. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out if something went wrong. Okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Christine, please?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Christine, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
I'm good. Are you sure you have the right number?
I'm pretty sure I have the right number. Did you recently go out with a guy named Nick?
Yeah.
Then this is the Christine that I want to talk to.
Okay. What's going on?
I'm calling you because Nick emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and ask why you're not calling him back.
What?
It's a segment we do on our show called The Second Date Update. Nick said he liked you a lot. He enjoyed your date. He thought you guys clicked very well, but apparently he's been trying to get a hold of you and you're kind of avoiding him, and you wanted to see if he did something wrong.
So you want me to tell you about, my personal, like what happened on a date?
I don't necessarily need you to get into your personal stuff if you're uncomfortable with that, but I would like to know if there's a particular reason that you're not calling Nick back.
I'm so confused about what's going on. I'm at work right now.
Okay.
It was a good date.
Sorry.
That's all I have to say.
So you had fun on the date?
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, then are you planning on calling him back because he'd like to know?
I mean, probably not.
And
I don't
why is that? I know you're at work, and I'll get you off the phone quickly here. I appreciate you staying on with us and being honest. But if he was such a great guy and you enjoyed the date, why don't you want to see him again?
It was just kind of a weird thing that happened on our date, and I don't know if I want to talk about it, and maybe we just go our separate ways and everything's happier and easier.
Do you think talking about it could at least help Nick in the future? You might not want to see him again, but with other girls that he goes out with?
Like constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just maybe wouldn't take another girl to the apple orchard.
So that was really bad, like the whole experience at the apple orchard?
I mean, I just had a weird encounter with his grandfather.
You had a weird encounter with his grandfather?
Yes.
How so?
I mean, can we just tell him that and then go on our merry way?
I don't know. I mean, is his grandpa just a weird dude? Do you think Nick would know that?
So Nick had to take a call, and maybe I'm reading it weird. I don't know. But then I was left alone with his grandfather, and he just said some kind of inappropriate things. I just felt uncomfortable.
His grandpa's a pervert. Am I reading into that? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I don't care how old a guy is, but if he's like, come with me and I'll show you my apple press, it's just...
Maybe he was literally talking about his apple press.
Yeah, do you know for sure that he was being an old perv? Or was he legitimately talking about an apple press and you took it the wrong way?
No, he said it and winked at me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, little lady. You know you're hanging out with my grandson, but let me show you how a real man presses apples.
And we're sure that he didn't have like something in his eye or anything like that.
No, because he put his hand on my leg and kind of caressed my knee. And I wasn't reading into it because it just was super uncomfortable, and he didn't need to do that.
All right, I think as a person, you can tell when somebody's starting to encroach on
Yeah.
your personal space and they're getting a little too handsy, and I guess that's what he was doing. Christine, thank you for being honest. I will let Nick know that his grandpa is a pervert and not to take girls around him anymore. Or you can tell him yourself because Nick's actually on the phone.
What?
Christine? Hey, it's Nick.
Hey, I'm super sorry about what I just said. I just was put in a super uncomfortable situation, and I mean, I don't want to embarrass you, but it was just weird.
But how much are you reading into this? First of all, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell
I'm
me
going
when
to
I
be in the
dropped you
car
off?
and say, your grandpa hit on me.
But then we could have worked it out. I could have told you, because that's just Pop. That's what he does. I mean,
You would have worked it out, and he would have just said, oh, that's fine, that's what he says. And then if we go on another date and you leave me alone with again, I mean, it started with the leg thing, and I don't want it to go any further.
And I understand that. I get that. It's just he's 82 years old, so sometimes he doesn't. He's older, so he doesn't think about these things. And I mean,
that's a little inappropriate. I mean, I'm sorry that I said those things about him, but what if I took you to volunteer at a senior citizen center and some lady was touching you uncomfortably? I don't think that would go over well, and I wouldn't just brush it off.
is this lady your grandma that you would like? Because I would tell you if it was someone you're related to, if it's a random person.
I mean, I just think it's easier if we go our separate ways. I don't want to have to be put in that situation ever again.
Don't you feel like you're blaming him for something that he didn't do?
I mean, I'm not blaming him. I just don't ever want to be in that situation again.
Well, and look, and I get that. Here's the deal. I feel like we had a really good connection. I don't know. It's just I don't want to give up on that. And I know that if I just talk to my grandpa and tell him he needs to just cool it and not be like that, just don't be so touchy-feely and just watch what he says, then I don't see why there would be a problem.
Nick, has your grandpa ever hit on any of your dates before?
No, I mean, not
that you know
I had
of.
the same girlfriend for 2 years. I mean, why have the same girlfriend for 2 years? I mean, she didn't hang out with him too much, but she never said anything.
Maybe that's why she left you, for Gramps, and you don't know it. Christine, would you go out with Nick again? We'll pay for a second date. Come on. Nick would love to see you again. I'm sure you can work out the grandpa situation. Look, he's an old guy, and old guys are creeps, all right? All of them. Every single one. Every single old guy out there is a pervy creep. I can't wait to be one day.
Yeah.
So can you just maybe go out with Nick again and see if you guys can hang out and like each other and get past his grandpa hitting on you? I'm sure it can get better.
I just can't be around him ever again, and I don't know if there's any point in even going out on a second date if, it leads to anything else. There'll be weddings and babies, and I just don't want his grandpa around, and I don't want to put Nick in a bad spot.
You know how many of your bridesmaids he could hit on, though, if you guys are getting married?
So my friends
I
can
just want to
be
do a
subject
second
to
date.
it.
I'm not planning for a wedding.
Yeah.
Well, I am. I'm not getting younger. I don't want to waste my time.
So you're thinking about guys that you go out with, you're thinking about a future, and you don't see a future with Nick because his grandpa is a creepy old man.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Wow.
Well, Christine, thank you very much for your time. Nick, I'm sorry, no second date for you, man.
Well, thanks, guys.
But Christine, I would love to pay for a second date with you and Nick's grandpa if you're interested in that one.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm actually really surprised that today's second dater isn't getting a call back from the girl that he went out with.
No.
Because most women, in my experience, love it when you're late for the first date.
I knew this was going to be sarcastic.
Right?
I
Don't
knew
they? Isn't that their favorite thing when you show
No.
up late? That's what happened to Todd. He showed up a little late for his first date. That's not even the weirdest part. Todd, how are you?
Good.
Todd,
And why don't you tell us about your date?
Well, I know that the showing up late was a bad move, but understand that, I had already been chatting with Kate. I met her on a dating website, and we had chatted for a long time and before we decided to go out.
were you like a half hour late or 15 minutes late?
I was 45 minutes late.
Wow.
That hurts.
But I had a really good idea for a date, though. I was taking her to a winery,
Uh-huh.
so I thought, I know being late's a bad move, but I think the date itself, I sort of changed her mind, during the course of it.
Did I first ask if you had a good excuse for being late?
Well, I was trying to think of a good excuse, or maybe stop by and pick up something, but that would have made me later.
So no, you didn't.
Todd didn't have a good excuse, but according to his email, he had a great way to smooth it over with her.
Okay.
And that was by giving her a gift, right, Todd?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I looked in my glove compartment of my car, and I found a laser pointer keychain that I hadn't used.
Uh-huh.
So I gave her that.
Okay. And what was her reaction, Todd?
Well, she was like, oh, thank you.
That seems appropriate. That seems very appropriate.
And she seemed happy to have been receiving something for free, but not too thrilled at having to wait. But I don't.
Were you just trying to think of you're just oh crap, I'm sorry I was late. It's because I needed to stop off and get you this gift.
Todd. I had an important PowerPoint presentation, and here you are.
Well, I hope that was implied that I had spent all that time getting a gift
Yeah, I
for
don't
her.
think it was. Todd, how did the rest of the date go? Was she able to get over it?
I'm glad you mentioned it that way, because she was bummed at first. But when we took the tour of the winery and then we started tasting some wine, I felt like we got back on track.
Okay.
And we started chatting, and we just chatted forever, all night.
Mm-hmm.
I even lost track of time, and it was time to go. And so then I took her back to her car and leaned in to kiss her, and she kind of turned her cheek.
Okay, so did you end up? So she turned away from you. Did you kiss her on the cheek then?
I did kiss her on the cheek, which is fine. Maybe she just doesn't kiss on the first date or something like that. But it seemed like things were going really well up until there.
At any point, did you bust out the laser light and make her chase it like a cat?
Yeah, Todd, you sound kind of nervous right now. Are you?
Well, I'm on the radio, so.
No, I'm not dissing it. I'm just wondering how smooth that kiss was.
I think it was pretty smooth, but I guess you're right. I'm not the most experienced, but it seemed like I have been on some dates before, though. And
Right.
How many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
A couple. I tried initially, and I left a message on her voicemail, and I haven't heard back.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried again, and it went to voicemail, but I didn't leave a message.
And you haven't heard anything from her, obviously.
I haven't heard anything. It's been a week.
Yeah, it astounds me why you're not getting a call back. I mean, you were late, and then you gave her a gift, a lovely laser pointer, and then you had an awkward kiss at the end of the night. I don't know what could have gone wrong.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Todd?
Yeah?
I think the problem is you didn't go far enough.
Oh, no.
When you were late for your date.
Don't do this to him.
If you missed the first part of the second date update, Todd was late for his date with a girl named Kate.
Mm-hmm.
So when he showed up 45 minutes later, he gave her a laser pointer
Oh, gosh.
as a gift, as a token. Todd, if you've ever been late for anything, what you should have done is just made up a crazy story about something that happened to you on the way and just lied about it. That would have probably been better.
Well, the laser pointer is pretty cool.
Yeah. I thought that Jubal was going to go with you should have given her a laser pointer figuratively, but I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah.
So, Todd, what was the last thing you said to Kate that night?
It was, I'll call you tomorrow, and I did.
And no answer. All right. Well, we're going to try to get her on the phone right now and see if we can get your second date update. You ready to go, Todd?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Kate, please?
This is she.
Hey, Kate, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on Moving 92.5.
I'm sorry, who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on the radio station Moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, I'm calling because you recently went out on a date with a friend of mine named Todd.
Okay.
And Todd said you had a fun time. He showed up a little late, but he gave you a cool little gift to say that he was sorry. He's tried calling you, and you haven't answered any of his attempts. Is there a reason why you're not calling Todd back?
Yeah.
There-
I don't.
Oh, really?
Is it because he was late?
I mean, that wasn't great, but no.
Did you?
That wasn't.
Did you like Todd to a certain point?
Todd was an interesting person to meet.
Okay. Yeah.
How so? What do you mean interesting?
Well, I mean, I don't know how much he told you or what you all know. I mean, I guess you know about the laser pointer.
Did he play a lot with the laser pointer?
Yeah, actually, he kept grabbing it out of my hands and sort of playing with it, and that was just sort of the beginning of the weird things that happened on the date.
What do you mean the weird things that happened on the date? What weird happened?
I feel bad telling you this, but we were on this wine tour, which was a cool idea for a date, actually. And he keeps grabbing the laser pointer and pointing at things, and then he leans over and he whispers really close in my ear, "Do you know where laser technology comes from?"
It sounds sexy talk to Todd.
It's kind of like one of those dates, but narrated with the fun pop-up facts.
Yeah.
And so he was just breaking down lasers to you?
Well, I thought that that's where it was going to go. I was like, oh, God, he's a tech geek. But it was more than that, and then I realized exactly what was going on there. He's like one of those conspiracy theory whacked up types.
What do you mean? Like government conspiracy theory type guy?
Yeah, he said that lasers came from aliens. And that the government doesn't want us to know where we're getting the technology.
Kate, is there any way he could have been joking when he said this?
No, because then he talked about aliens nonstop for the rest of the date. He said aliens have something to do with why we have redheads.
Why we have redheads?
I mean, he was talking like he was embarrassing. We're on a tour, and the guide is trying to like keep people focused, and he's just chatting my ear off without even noticing. That's weird.
Hey, Kate.
Yeah.
I do need to let you know that we have the Earthling Todd on the other line with us right now, and he heard what you just said. Hey, Todd.
Oh no.
Hey, yeah, I don't even. I don't understand. What's the big deal? Like we were just getting to know each other. It was a first date.
Oh my God. I don't think it went really great. I mean, did you think it went really great?
I think it went pretty well.
I don't agree. I mean, have you ever been on a first date with a woman before?
Oh.
I don't mean that. I mean, I can't believe you thought that it was a good time.
Well, you were laughing. You know, we had some good laughs. It was pretty fun.
Nervous.
Well, I thought you were joking at first. That's why I was laughing. You were like, "How were the pyramids built? Aliens. Who shot JFK? Aliens. What makes Rice Krispies crackle and pop? Aliens." It was insane. It was weird.
That's not weird. No, that's not. I mean, I don't know if you've seen any documentaries on the Great Pyramids, but they're too large for humans with the technology that they had back then to even build them.
I agree with you.
It came for extraterrestrial means.
Oh, gosh.
Well, Todd, the thing is, I don't believe in aliens, and even if I did, I wouldn't want to talk about it for 2.5 hours on the first date. Never.
You seemed interested at the time, and I just wanted to let you know that this is out there, that people do believe this, and I mean, I don't know why you don't. I guess maybe you just need to watch a few more science documentaries.
Yeah. Todd, look at it this way. Maybe Kate doesn't have much in common with you, and maybe that's the problem.
I think that's it.
A lot of our technology has its roots in extraterrestrial means.
Dude.
The second date update is it turned into us breaking down what's alien technology and what's not.
Up next, crop circles.
Yeah.
Seriously, add conspiracy theories onto politics and other things you shouldn't talk about on a first date.
I don't like the idea of calling it conspiracy, because then it makes it sound like there's someone out to get us or something like that, when in fact this is just based in fact. This is scientific fact. I mean, Jubal, you would back me up on some of this.
Absolutely.
What? What are you
talking about? I believe in aliens. I believe in everything that you've said, Todd. You and I should go on a date. We'd have an awesome time.
So ridiculous.
I don't understand this. I believe in aliens, and I have the material to back it up. If you go on a second date with me, I'll bring it.
Oh no!
Oh, he has evidence.
So you have evidence of aliens, Todd.
Dude.
Yes.
And that the government hasn't taken from you.
You guys are all laughing right now, but wait until they come down, and then I'll be the one laughing at you guys.
Hey, I'll be right there with you, Todd. We'll be on the mothership, man. These guys, they just don't get it. You know what I mean?
You're going to go live with aliens the rest of your life?
Absolutely.
Mate with them?
Me and Todd.
You and Todd and the aliens.
Kate, Todd says that he has proof that aliens are out there. If you go on a second date with him, I'm sure that he'll show you. Can I convince you to go on a second date with Todd? We will pay for it.
You know, I don't think the idea of talking about aliens for a second date is going to be motivation for me to go.
Even with proof of aliens, you could be one of the few people that actually get to see proof that aliens
Your
exist.
name could be in the history books.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to pass.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Come on,
that sucks.
I feel bad, Todd. It was nice meeting you.
Kate, I thought you were different. I thought you wanted to know.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.